time to break down last night's Real Housewives of Potomac episode because it was one for the ages. Are you ready to do this?
Oh, I'm so ready. I have so many thoughts.
Okay, well, before we get into it, actually, I have to break some breaking news, okay? So apparently Monique's bird, T'Challa, went missing over the weekend. The reality star shared the news on her Instagram stories that she had been searching for the African gray parrot and trying to track him down. Now, a few minutes ago, literally, she emotionally revealed that the bird flew home, saying, "My baby's home. I'm so happy." Do you think Karen Huger's happy?
Yeah, right? Karen probably was just like babysitting the bird and forgot to tell her. Like,
I know, she was probably just like, I really hope Monique forgets about this damn bird thing and let's just all move forward. I kind of like it. Gives a little bit of a flair to Monique, right?
it does. I mean, this bird sounds, it's like the Air Bud of birds. Flies away, comes back, has a big reunion. I mean, just happy for their bird relationship.
Yes, it's very smart bird. Well, I got to get into it because as we talked about at the dinner, Giselle actually tried to have Ashley and Candace talk about their issues. You know, Giselle's always stirring the pot here, but this one seems like for a good cause. And in her confessional, Karen said she feels for Candace and that the girls are essentially ganging up on her. Do you agree with this? I mean, do you think that a lot of people aren't giving Candace sort of a fair chance?
No, because I do think that Candace has had a lot of chances to apologize. She was given a chance at last year's reunion when she was like tweeting nasty things literally as Ashley was giving birth. So I understand the women kind of feeling like they need to push her, but I just don't know if, like, Candace isn't the kind of person who's going to be receptive to that. Candace wants to come to things on her own terms and stuff. So I think I mean, as we saw, it only aggravated her more, but I think, like I said, I think she's going to have to apologize in order to move forward. And I think the women are probably just sick of the tension. Like, they just want everybody to get along.
Well, it also seems like one of those things that could just be broken sort of with an apology.
Yes.
You know, like it doesn't really seem that complicated. It almost seems just like a lot of buildup. And then if they could just settle it, it'll all be done. And, you know, Giselle and Monique seem to have sort of buried the hatchet as we saw, because they both even planned the party for Ashley. But how long do you think that friendship is going to last for?
You know, probably not very long. I think when you have something to kind of bond over and to focus on, like planning a party, it's easy to just put your focus on that and not think about all the reasons that you've famously not gotten along. I think that once it's just the two of them and they're, like I said, like they're not planning something and they're not talking about other people and they focus on just their relationship,
right?
I don't think it stands a strong chance. They're just so different.
They are. And, you know, I mean, Giselle is a big personality, so I could see it, you know, someone's going to say something and it's going to probably go into an explosion. But, you know, Charisse is back and Monique told Giselle that if Candace is pursuing a friendship with Charisse, that she's basically plotting behind her back. You know, Charisse said all these terrible things about her, but isn't Monique doing the same thing to Candace by pursuing her friendship with Ashley?
Oh, that's a good point. I hadn't actually thought about that. I guess it just depends on like the level in which you feel you've been burned by these people. So, you know, Monique feels like Charisse, like they are just done. There's no hope for reconciliation. Like we saw in a preview, she literally doesn't even want to be in the same room as her. So I think that one is so far gone, where maybe because like we've said, for Candace and Ashley to mend fences, really all it's going to take is an apology. So I feel like maybe they think that relationship is salvageable. So therefore there's a space where they can all get along together.
And also I think Monique seems to believe that Candace only became friends with Charisse like after all the fighting had gone down, that it didn't like she wanted an ally in this, that it didn't seem sort of like a genuine friendship, that she was doing it because Charisse had said all these terrible things about Monique. So I that kind of stirring the pot here, especially with Charisse.
Well, because Candace also played kind of dumb. Like she's like, oh, I didn't know you guys were like doing that bad. And it's like, hi, no, literally the whole world knows that these people do not like each other. So you can't pretend not to know.
Well, apparently their feud stems from allegations involving Monique and her trainer, which we learned about from Giselle. Do you think we'll find out if there are some truths to this rumor kind of going on? I mean, is this going to be the focus of the season?
I think that's not the last we've heard of it. It's definitely going to come back. I'm kind of one of those where there's smoke, there's usually fire. So whether there's like a full-fledged affair or there's just some inappropriate flirting, I think that, yeah, this is definitely going to come back and we're going to learn more. And I want to know.
I absolutely want to know. And you know what? The drama isn't going to stop because we have a new housewife in town. And whenever that happens, there always seems to be more and more drama. So we have Dr. Wendy Osefo. And next week, we actually are getting to learn a little bit about her life. Are we excited to learn about this housewife? I mean, who do you think she's going to conflict with the most?
Oh man, I don't know who she's going to conflict with the most. I just think it's always interesting bringing in a new personality because you never know how they're going to gel with the group, especially when like a group has been like, I mean, they're pretty formed, they're pretty solid, whether they get along or not. Like, so bringing somebody into the mix, it's either going to go great and maybe she'll be the mediator, or probably not. She's going to start a lot of drama.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know if she's going to be the mediator, because I also think like first season housewives have a lot to prove. And sometimes they get involved in the drama just to like, so they don't get steamrolled over. You know what I mean? It's
rare
that
they make a name for themselves.
Exactly. And it's rare that they can sort of be that middle of the road person. Like I think Robin Dixon has a good time doing, just because she's trying to establish a relationship with the ladies. But I'm excited to see how Dr. Wendy Osefo handles this group of ladies.